Good evening everyone and welcome to the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. I am your host with the most, Malc. Tonight we're at the glorious race of the Brazilian Grand Prix. I hope everyone's all okay. Well, good evening to Jeffrey. How you doing, mate? You alright? Says good evening, mate. Nice to see you again, Malc. Absolutely. Let's have some drinks galore here at the glorious race of the Brazilian Grand Prix. Now, I've not heard anything yet of the weather crew, so we'll have to try and get that confirmed there, but let's see what happens here tonight. So just for a little bit of an update with the standings before we carry on. So the standings, as we see, Rymac is in first with 80 points, Gasto's in second with 65 points, JSP is in third with 58 points, F1 Richard is in fourth with 54 points, F1 Mr. P is in 5th with 51 points, O. Stevens in 6th with 49 points, Mike is in 7th with 43 points, Vodtek is in 8th with 38 points, and Spud is in 9th with 37 points, Signosley is in 10th with 33 points, and the rest are under 30 points, 33 points as well. So I'm just going to try and see who's out there first. It might be Dutch Louis. So I was just mentioning briefly about the standings because... So yeah, just seeing what happens. I will mention a little bit more of an update with the title deciders. I don't think it'll be confirmed tonight, but I'll just give you a little bit of an update here. So let's see what Dutch Louis can do. He's coming up to, which is the first part of the corner here now. Looking at now, he's coming up to turn 1 now, and then into, which is turn 2, and then 3 now. Down the straight here with the DRS straights at the Interlagos. Oh, he's a invalidated lap here, so he's still going. He's still going down the DRS straight now. The end of the first sector, and then coming up to, which is turn 4 now. And then this is a part where I always say this during the F3 streams at the Brazilian Grand Prix at turn 5, where Colin J lost it on the last lap, where Spud actually won his first ever world title at the F3 League. Coming to turn 6 and then 7, and then into turn 8 now. This is the part where you have to be absolutely crucial here, and then into turn 9 now. And then feel like you're on a roller coaster ride here, coming up to turn 10 now. The sharp, it's like the hairpin corner at turn 10 there. It's just awkward as hell there. And then into turn 11 now. And then this is the end of the second sector. And then into, which is the third one, which is turn 12 now. And then into the unlucky turn, which is turn 13, which easily can get off the back end there if you don't be careful what you're doing. Passing to turn 14 now. End of the DRS straights now. And then you would have had the long straight passing to turn 15, and I think the time to beat, the time was a 109.3 from Gasto. So Gasto is the one who had a great time there. He needs to do something here. He really needs to do something here. Tinus is in second place with a 110.4 on the medium tyres here. Mike is on the Hascar now. He's purple. He's purple on second sector now. He's purple on there. So let's see what Mike can do here. He's coming up to the final few corners now. Is he going to tease us? No, he was not. We've finally seen him on the straights here. Let's see what he can do. Oh, he moves up to second. He moves up to second with a 110.148. Yellow flag set to 2. It looks like that was a Toro Rosso. That might be that might be Jeffrey or Gasto. But JSP, he missed last week's race, but he's coming back with a bang there with a 109.123. A 109.123. Craig is slowing down in the second sector. Oh, Stephen finally won his race at the F3 League last week at the glorious race of the Austrian Grand Prix. I was celebrating like a madman there. But let's see what he can try and do here. He moves up to 6 with a 110.759. Steele is done at 111.3. Where's Rymac? Rymac is in the softs at the moment here. He's coming up to turn 10 now. Let's see what he can try and do here at this moment in time. So let's see what he can try and do. Oh, it's purple. He's purple on second sector. He's purple on second sector. He needs to do something perfect here. As long as he gets beat, as long as he outscores Gasto, that's all he has to do. That's all he has to do. Rymac, oh, did a 109.0. We are nearly hitting the 108s tonight. We are nearly hitting the 108s tonight. Good evening to Mank. How you doing, mate? You alright? Says great to see a fairly full grid. Yeah, it's going to be a manic. I really do hope there'll be so much overtakes galore here. It looks like 2 in the beds or 3 in the beds modes here. Let's see what else. Nitrogas is coming up too. There's a yellow flag on sector 2 still, but let's see what Nitrogas can do. He's on his lap here on the Red Bull car to give him some wings. Moment there. Let's see what he can try to do. He's down the straight here, passing to turn 15 now. It is on air. He moves up to 12. He moves up to 12 with a 110.672. F1 Mr. P, who won his race last week. Not won his race last week, sorry, I do apologise. He won the race last night in the Realistic Performance League for the first time in his wheel, I believe. Oh God, he's got a little bit wide there, turn 12 into turn 13. That may compromise a little bit of his time there. That may compromise a bit, but let's see what he can try and do here. He's down the straight now, yellow flag set to 2 again, and he moves up to 6 with a 109.649. A 109.649. So Spud, who I was just about to try and see what he's going to do, but he did a 110.507. Now, with the situations itself, let's see what Vodtech and is that? Yeah. So let's see what happens here as well. Sorry about this, guys. We've just got some technical difficulties here. So yeah, just see what happens here at this moment in time. Dutch Louis moves up to 8. Dutch Louis moves up to 8 with a 109.780. That's a good time from Dutch Louis. So let's see what all the others can do. Let's see what Vodtech can do. Let's see what he can try and do on his point here in time. If you like what you see so far, guys, please make sure you like and subscribe to the Invictus Racing League channel for all the live races here as well. We've got one of the, looks like one of the Red Bull cars in the yellow flags in sector 3 now. They're going to the pits now. That's one of the Williams, just letting one of the Toro Rossos through at turn 4 now on the map there. Vodtech is coming up to do his second sector time now. Let's see what we can try and do here as well. So he's trying to do everything possible here. Let's see what happened here so far. So Nice Nils did a 109.3. Luke Bailey did a 109.1. Gastor still in 109.3. Jeffrey did a 109.7, but on the medium times, that's a great time to be fair. Dutch Louis did improve his time again with a 109.5, but his teammate Vodtech has just moved up to 6th with a 109.3, just beating his teammate by 2 tenths. That was a personal, that's the best sector time. That's what you can see on the purple there as well. So, is Luke Bailey improving? I don't think he is. Gasto moves up to 4th place down with a 109.2. 5-1 there. Let's see what Tinnis. Oh, Tinnis! Tinnis is in 6th place now with 109.341 now. I'm just trying to see if there's any other action going on here. I'm not sure if. Well, JSP is purple. JSP is purple on the first sector here. He needs to do something here. The gap between JSP and his teammate of Rymac is 22 points. So 22 points between themselves with 2 races left to go. It's a mammoth of a task for JSP to try and beat Rymac for the Drivers' Championship as well. But let's see what happens here in Brazilian Grand Prix. He's purple. He's purple on second sector. This could be good. We might hit the 108s. Might hit 108.5, I think, or half of it. We'll have to wait and see. Let's see what he can try to do. Oh, 108.7. A 108.7. I was 2 tenths off. But where's Rymac now? Rymac, his teammate here. The Williams have been a brilliant. They've done a brilliant season here at the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. So they said they've got one hand on it, but. Or maybe not. Just a bit. Let's see what Rymac can do. He's coming up to the end of the second sector. He's purple. He is purple on second sector. So this could be close here. This could be really close here. It might just be his teammate by 10th here. I'm guessing. Anyway, I love guesstimates, shall we say. Let's see what Ryback can do. Oh, it does! It does by a tenth! It does by a tenth there. 108.6. A 108.6. Nice Niels. He is in the end of the first sector. It's not purple. He's not purple on first sector here. So we do hit the 108s tonight. We do hit the 108s. Oh, Stephen does move up to fifth with a 109.2 as he just crossed over the line there as well. This is the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League as well tonight at the glorious race of the Brazilian Grand Prix. Again, I've not heard anything from the weather crew or any other updates. Oh my days, Nice Niels has just gone off track there. So I'm not sure what happened there, but what can F1 Richard do? He's coming to the final few corners now. Is he teasing us? He's absolutely teasing us! Madness! Where's F1 Mr. P? Mr. P is in 11th place now. He needs to do something! Moves up to 5th with a 109.2, 7 tenths quicker. 7 tenths quicker. That is one of the... I think that might be Brennan's there. Brennan's has just got off the track at turn 5 there. That will have to let one of the Ferraris through there. Was that Craig? No, that's not Craig there. Oh, it might be actually, sorry, just letting Browns through. So let's see what Craig can do. He's on 109.7. He's 1.1 seconds off the leader of Rymac here. So he'll need to try and do something there. But the guys who are good at the back of the grid here to get into like the top half is normally Craig, Mike, sometimes the Spud, and definitely sometimes Nigel Gash as well. So don't write those guys off. Look at the times as well. It's just absolutely madness stuff. Between Rymac and F1 Richard, it's by a second. It's by a second. Craig's going back into the pits now, but where's Mike now? Mike is coming up. Steele moves up to third there with 109.033 now. So let's see what Mike can do. Oh, he's still going back in there again. Nigel Gash says we validate his lap there. Where's TTG Jeffrey now? Let's see what he can try to do. He's in the second sector now. He's passing turn 6 into 7 into 8. Now, let's see what he try and do here. He's in that Taurus as well. In the table for Jeffrey here. Let's see where he is. Jeffrey, unfortunately, ever since he joined us, he has not got any points here. Let's hope he breaks his duck here tonight to get some decent points here. He has been really unlucky, to be fair, Jeffrey has this season, since round 5, which is US of A. So when he debuted his race at the US of A Grand Prix, he has been really unlucky. So let's see if he can break the duck here tonight. He's in 11th place at the minute. I'd stand corrected there. He moves up to 5th now with a 109.124. So all the drivers have gone for the softs now. Now, the strategy to go for tonight for the Brazilian Grand Prix is the soft hards for the one stop. So soft hards is the one stop to go for. Luke Bailey has gone off track there. So Luke Bailey's made a massive mistake there, that looks like it. Where's Vodtek? Vodtek is, he's invalidated his lap. He's invalidated his lap there. He'll be absolutely fuming on that. Let's see what who else is next. There's quite a few drivers who are on their outlaps at the moment. I'm going to go to Spud, who was the F3 champion of all those years ago. I say years ago, it feels like decades ago, for the seasons as well, for Spud there. But I tell you what, I still remember the day when he won that title, and I still keep reminding from Colin J as well. He'll be absolutely fuming that I keep saying it all the time. But until Colin J wins the title at Brazil, I will not keep stopping it. I will not keep stopping this at all. So Spud's coming up to the end of the second sector into the third now. He's coming to up the hill part here now. Let's see what you can try and do here as well. So let's see if Spud is on 17th place. He needs to do something there. Oh, he's probably invalidated his lap. No, he's doing his lapping actually, sorry. So I stand corrected here, guys. I stand corrected. Just to recap, guys, this is the let's see what Spud can do here. He's not getting purple on first sector here. He's not getting purple on first sector here. So like I said, some of the drivers have again to try and hit the 109s here. We're under 3 minutes left here, guys. We're under 3 minutes left here. This is the 4th time in the F3 League we have hosted the Brazilian Grand Prix. This is the 58th race of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. But like I said, O'Stephen on his 54th start. F1 Richard, who's now the one way he has got the wretched record, which O'Stephen's like gone off. Oh, Sir Spud! No! He's lost it! Sir Spud has lost it at turn. That was after turn 11 into 12. He absolutely lost it there. So he'll be out of the qualifying here. F1 Richard's just letting some of the drivers through. F1 Mr. P. F1 Mr. P is coming up into the second sector now. Let's see what he can try and do through the S sections here. Yellow flag set to 3. That was Sir Spud. He'll be absolutely fuming at that. He'll absolutely fuming. All my days. F1 Mr. P. He looked like he got off track a little bit there, but he's still validated. He's still validated his lap here. Let's see what he can try to do past into turn 11 here. He doesn't want to try. Oh, he's slowing down. He's slowing right down here. I think he's going to try and do one more lap here. Tinnis is retired from the session here. So let's see what he can try and do here. F1 Mr. P. This is his final chance now. This will be his final chance here. But the softs can last about 15 to 16 laps. The mediums can last about 19 to 20 laps. And the hards can last about 24 to 25 laps on the telemetry. So this is where we're on the final countdown here, because Steele is going to do his proper lapping again. Or he's invalidated his lap, so that means he might not be able to do it. Gaston moves up to third. Nice. Niels is retired from the session here. I think he's... Oh, he's crashed. He's crashed. He might have been crashed there at turn 2 there. Yeah, he crashed at turn 2. JSP, where's JSP now? I'm not sure if he got purple there on first sector. Let's see if he can try and do that there. 45 seconds left. 45 seconds left of the qualifying here. Let's see what he can do. Yellow flag set to 2 still. So JSP coming up to the final few corners for the end of the second sector. Into the third now. He's purple. He is purple. Where's Rymac? Oh, it doesn't show you. That means he hasn't got purple first sector still. This could be close here. Can JSP, with 10 seconds left here, will he get past? No! Oh, he misses out by 500ths of a second there. Where's Rymac now? Rymac's coming up to the final bits of the end of the second sector now. The qualifying has stopped. The qualifying has now stopped for the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League now. He's going to the... Oh my days, he's got purple. He's got purple here. Luke Bailey did 108.8 as well. Moved up passing Gaston now. Let's see what Rymac can do here. Craig's retired from the session here. Oh! 108.6. 108.6 from Rymac there. So he will not... Hey, look. Jeff! Jeff! He moves up to third. He moves up to third. Where's Luke Bailey? Is Luke Bailey going to try and improve his time here? Mr. P is retired from the session here. Jeff on his best qualifying for a very long time here. That's a brilliant qualifying there from Jeffrey there. I want him to do well here tonight. I really do want him to do well here tonight. Oh, Luke Bailey's going to the pits now. Where's Vodtek? Is Vodtek doing his lapping here? He's coming to the final bits of the few corners now in the third sector now. Is he going back into the pits? Oh, come on! Oh, that's it. That is it, guys. That is it for the Brazilian Grand Prix. I was hoping someone was going to try and spoil the party here, but your qualifying winner is Rymac in first place. JSP in second place in the grid here. Jeffrey in third. That is his best ever position in qualifying. Let's hope he can try and stay there at the end of the race here. Luke Bailey in fourth. Gaston in fifth. Steele is in sixth. Vodtek is in seventh. Nice Niels is in eighth. He's got to be careful what happened there from last week's race. Let's hope there's no more issues with turn 1 or anything like that as well. Just going to wait for the guys to, well, get the standings there. But Rymac the Highlander, as I always call him, he will try and stop for all that he can to stop Gasto and JSP to get that momentum there. But that is really close there as well. Here are your short qualifying classification for the Brazilian Grand Prix. For the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League, you've got Rymac in first, JSP is in second, Jeffrey in third, Luke Bailey in fourth, Gasto in fifth, Steele's in sixth, Vodtek is in seventh, Nice Niels is in eighth, F1 Mr. P is in ninth, O'Stevens in 10th, Dennis is in 11th, F1 Richard 12th, Nitrogas 13th, Dutch Louis 14th, Brenno's 15th, Craig 16th, Mike 17th, and Sport, who had that unfortunate crash during the qualifying near the end, is in 18th place. I couldn't get the words out there. I couldn't breathe there. But we're just waiting for the guys to get themselves loaded up and ready to go. It's raining. It is raining at Brazil. No one's told me anything. The weather crew not told me anything here. So we might have... Oh my days. Synchronicity. Whoop, whoop. On that F1 fan. Dutch Lewis is bad qualifying. We're going to do before we do the actual race updates, I'm going to do the advertisements, guys, and then we'll kick off. This is the Invictus Racing League at the glorious, well, not so glorious race at Interlagos in Brazil. This is the F3 League with the host with the most, Malc. Also, we've got F2 tonight here. With Energy Dan and Warris Lander on the comms box as well. So make sure you tune in on that. On the same time now, live exclusive for you guys on the same day here tonight. But also, not only we do the Wednesday nights, guys, but we also do the Monday nights for the F1 League, the top flight Premier League division. With Gareth and Sab, the greatest commentary duo of them all. They do a brilliant job there as well. Myself and Tim for the Realistic Performance League on the Tuesday nights at 8 PM as well. But also, it's one of those races where you just enjoy it as much as possible. We're just going to start off there. So Steven's ready and going to kick off. We also have the podcast, but it's normally on the Thursday nights at 8 Thursday nights with Gareth and Sab. They start the brand new season of the final word of the podcast on the 27th of February. So make sure you tune in on that on the Thursday nights as well. If you're not into F1, we've got the FIFA League. So make sure you contact Colin J and Aaron J Spence if you want to join in on that league. But also we're not only on the YouTube channel, but we also got Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. So if you want to get all the latest updates, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow as well. That's all we ask, guys. That's all we ask. But if you enjoy the racing, you enjoy it, and you want to participate for next season, why don't you join in at invictusracingleague.com? Make sure you do that as well. Apply to race, sign up, and one of the admins will get in contact with you, and we'll see if you can get into the leagues for next season here. But let's see what happens here as well. Synchronosis says, thank God I missed out on tonight's race. Rain is hell. Now, no one told me anything about the weather crew or anything like that, so it's definitely intermediate tyres here. But I've got some stats for the intermediate tyres. It is same as medium tyres, so about 19 to 20 laps. So it's definitely, if it's going to rain all race, it's going to be a one-stop anyway. As long as there's no wing damage or any contact there as well, that's what you have to be careful on as well. So I'll be back in a minute. Sorry about that, guys. I was just trying to get a quick drink and get myself prepped up and ready to go. So, Rymac in first place here, JSP in second. Jeffrey's in third, Luke Bailey in fourth, Gaston in fifth, Steele's in sixth, Fontek is in seventh, Nice Steels is in eighth, F1 Mr. P is in ninth, Stephen, the winner from last week, in 10th place, Tonus is in 11th, F1 Richard is in 12th, Nigel Gash in 13th, Dutch Louis 14th, Brennan's 15th, Craig 16th, Mike 17th, and Sir Spud in 18th place. So here we go for round 11 here. So let's see what happens here. We've got 1 lights, 2 lights, 5 lights, 5 lights. Jeffrey's got to drive through, jump start here. So this is now starting. Go, go, go. Jeffrey will have to have a drive through here. Oh, this is absolutely madness at the Interlagos track here. Oh my days. Oof. This has got to be careful here. Some of the drivers are a little bit off track here. So the McLaren and the Red Bull. Oh my days, yeah. Oh my days! What has happened there? What has happened there? That is Nice Steels. And that looks like Tinnis there. There's been so much contact there. Virtual safety car. We have got a virtual safety car here. Good evening to Tim. How you doing, mate? Right, he says volume's not turned on, so I can't hear you. But Malc, he's absolutely fuming. I'm missing a rain race. Absolutely fuming. I'm hoping you'll be back here one day here, Tim. I really do hope you come back and commentate when you do get the chance on the Wednesday nights. But like I said, we've got a virtual safety car. There was a bit of contact there from the Racing Point drivers again. So that'll have to be reviewed by the stewards again. But I don't know if there was any contact in between, which caused Tinnis to lose his front wing, as you can see from there. We've got virtual safety cars stopped. Virtual safety cars now stopped here. Oh, that's been a Jeffrey there. Oh my days, what's going on here? Benos is trying to close in on Nigel Gash here. He's going side by side. Oh my days, they're going. I tell you what, they've got to be careful there. Some of the drivers are already in the pits here. But the Ferrari, Craig! Oh, no. I tell you what, Ryan Max got back into second place here. But Jeffrey will still need to do that drive-through penalty here. Oh my days, look at this, look at the McLaren there, F1 Richard! But Brennan's, come on! Oh yes! What a move! Where's Craig? Oh, he made the move on Nigel Gash! Oh my days! What is going on here? But I tell you what, the two ding-dong battles here between the Williams here. The guys are absolutely struggling on the wet tyre conditions here. If you like what you see so far, guys, please make sure you like, subscribe to the Invictus Racing League channel for all the live races here. As well, we're on lap 236 of the Brazilian Grand Prix here. If you just joined, ladies and gentlemen, Jeffrey has to have a drive-through penalty as he's jump start at the grid there. So let's see. He'll have to go into the pit. He's still going. Jeffrey's got the fastest of the race now with 121.511 here. F1 Mr. P. F1 Mr. P here. He's going to try and close in on Stephen now. Yellow flag set to 3. So something must happen there. That might be Brennan's there. They've all gone wide there. They look like they've gone wide there at turn 3 there. Absolutely madness race here tonight. Luke Bailey drops down to 5th. Who's that? That's Mr. P again. He's struggling with that Haas car there on the intermediates now. There's so many battles galore, you just don't know which one to pick here. So 2 drivers have already gone in the pits there, Mike and Tinnis here, because I think they've had some wing damage there as well, so they'll have to go into the pits regardless. But again, I've not heard anything from the weather crew of anything like that. But Craig! Come on! At turn 10. Oh, yes! Oh, they're still going there. Oh, my days. Craig's holding on for dear life here for 11th place here. I tell you what. Absolutely ding-dong battle here. Mr. P. He's going to try and get closer to Stephen now for 7th place here. Jeffrey's going to the pits for his drive-through penalty here, so he might drop down quite a few places here. but it can F1 Mr. P. Oh, I thought he would try and make the move there. But Jeffrey, who had one of the greatest qualifying that he's ever done here, he's unfortunately had the drive-through penalty here. Let's see what way he's going to be coming out here. He might come out here with the cars at the background here. I'm going to try. Oh, Jeff! Nitro! Come on! You side! Oh no! No! You had the chance! You had the chance to make the move there, but they're going wide. That is Brennan's there, went a little bit wide there. We've got a 5-car battle here for 10th place here. Madness up there. We've also got a 4-car battle here for 1st place here. What is going on? I'll tell you what, I'm going to have a look at the 1st place here. While that's going on, knowing my beeping luck here, the battle going on behind me will probably do more battles here than ever before here. But this has been a brilliant start to the race here on round 11 here of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. All round, Spud has spun at turn 10 by the looks of things. He's spun at turn 10 there. JSP, yellow flag set to 3. That might be Dutch Louis there. Dutch Louis might have been struggling at turn 12 there into 13. Which has now brought Nice Niels into play. And Mr. P moves up to 6, passing O'Stephen now for 6th place here. Nigel Gas moves up to 11th place here. Brilliant stuff there, but still, see, this is what I mean. Just as I missed it, yellow flag set to 1. Not sure where that's come from. But, let's see what's going to happen here. I'm still watching this battle here between Steele. Trying to get closer to Jet. Oh, JSP's made a mistake there at turn 7, sorry. They go side, 2 in the bend. They've got 2 in the bend. Oh. JSP's holding on. He's done a brilliant job there to hold on there for 2nd place here. Yellow flag set to 2 again. Again, I'm not sure where that's come from there, but that might be Mike. I'm not 100% sure, but at the moment here, Rymax holding on for 1st place. All he has to do is outscore Gasto. That's all he has to. Oh, Rymax is letting JSP through. That's team orders there, but has he cost? Oh my days. Steele, come on! No, he might have tried to make the move there. Oh no, it's Rymax there. So the 2 Williams are having a proper ding-dong battle here. But what a race so far. This has been a brilliant race here. Jeffrey moves up to 11th place here. I'm missing all these overtakes. I'm absolutely fuming. Oh, I tell you what, Brennan's going to try and make the move on Jeffrey now. Just as I move, it's like 4 or 5 tenths there. So let's see what he can try and do here. We're on yellow flag. Oh, Dutch Louis retired. Dutch Louis is retired at turn 15 now. He's retired at turn 15. Safety car. There's been a safety car. Gasto's got a 5-second penalty for corner cutting. So safety car's out here, guys. Safety car is out already. So this has been a shock now. We had a virtual safety car with the collision at turn 3. And then now we've got Dutch Louis out of the race here. Dutch Louis says, no, I am bad. What happened there, Dutch Louis? Let's see what your thoughts are as well. So, for the guys that are in the pits, there's 30 laps remaining, or 31 laps remaining. 5 laps already in the intermediates. I would not gamble to go in the pits. F1 Mr. P is going to the pits now for fresher intermediates, but he will drop down quite a bit of positions here. Same with Brennan's there. So Spud's got a drive-through penalty for speeding under safety car. So Spud is having a torrid. Mr. P's gone for the softs. He's gone for the softs. Does he know something that I don't know? I don't think that's right, unless there's a mistake here. Nitricus has gone for the medium tyres. I'm a bit shocked here. Because it's still raining. It's still raining on all tracks here. I don't know if there's been a problem with with the situation of the tyre wear. Dutch Lewis says he lost his grip at turn 15 in the rain as well. So I'm a bit worried with Mr. P and also with Nigel Gash here, because they've gone for dry tyres when it's still raining. I mean, they may know something I don't know, so they may be playing their cards here. They've got to gamble. They've got to gamble here. But look, Nigel Gash is struggling. He's gone off track there at turn 8 there. So the tyre wear, I think there must be a mistake from the pit crew. Oh, I can see why, because it's dry at the start finishing line straight here, but some parts of the track here, it's still raining. Good evening to Big Helmet Ben. Says go Brenhams, time to grip it and rip it, brah. JSP's got a 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits there. Be absolutely fuming. So Craig's going for the hard tyres now. Some of the drivers have gone in for, which would be going for the dry tyres now. The reason why I was a bit shocked at first was because some parts of the track were still raining. But now I can see why now. It's stopped now on some of the parts of the track now. They've stopped. That's why I was a bit confused at first. Dutch Lewis says, no, it stopped raining. But when I was watching, when Mr. P and Nigel Gash went in, on some parts of the track, it was still raining. That's why I was a bit confused. But, oh, Tinnis is disqualified. Tinnis is disqualified from session for blocking the pit lane. So Dutch Louis has left the session. So Tinnis has had a DSQ already. Gasto moves up to 4th now. Luke Bailey moves up to 4th. His safety car is in this lap, I wonder. No, safety car is not in this lap. I think it'll be the next lap here. Tinnis has left the session here. He'll be absolutely fuming at that Racing Point car as well. Good evening to everyone that's joined the session here. Some of the drivers have gone into the pits now. So Mr. P and Nigel Gash could. Tinnis is absolutely fuming. He says, damn this game, damn. But Mr. P, Vodtech, Craig, Nigel Gash, Nice Niels, they've all gone for the dry tyres here, and that gambled perfectly here. So Mr. P is in the man with a plan here. Could he get 2 wins in a row here? One from last night and one for tonight here. Who knows? Who knows? But the softs can last about 15 to 16 laps here. So the softs can last about 15 to 16 laps. I expect the safety car to come in this lap. I expect the safety car to come in this lap. That's my guess. So where's Rymac? Rymac and Gasto, they're outside the points here, but JSP is in the points here. So, as things stand here, JSP, if he stays where he is, I know it's going to change, but if he stays like this, he'll get 61 points if it stands. Mr. P will have 66 points if it stays like that, obviously. But as Mr. P and Vodtech made the wrong decisions here to go on the softs, or are they going to try and push on that one? So, the safety car should come into this lap here. The safety car should, yeah, safety car is in this lap here. So Mr. P is now effectively the leader of the safety car here. So all drivers will have to be reminded about the speeding. F1 Richards got a 10-second penalty for exceeding track limits there. So Mr. P is pushing that car now. So Stephen's got a 10-second penalty for exceeding track limits again. So safety car's in. Race starts. Craig! Craig! Oh, he's going side here with Vodtech. Oh! Oh! You beauty! Oh, what a move! What a move there! But Nice Niels had a little bit of a bonsai moment there, turn 1 there. But Vodtech will be trying to push that car. Passing Craig now. Side! Oh! Oh, a bit of contact there between Vodtech and Craig there. So Craig will have to drop back there. He hasn't lost his front wing. Oh my days, the back end there of that car. Look at that. The Red Bull! Nitro! No, no, no. I tell you what, I thought Nitro was gambling there to go for the inside there. But Nice Deals! Oh, what a cheeky move! Oh, what a cheeky move there from Nice Deals. He'll be absolutely loving it there, but Nitro will be fuming. He'll be absolutely fuming there. Manic stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely manic stuff here. But the hard tyres, like I said, the hard tyres can last about 25 laps. Oh, Nitro, Nice Deals. They're going to outside here, passing into turn 14. Then you're coming into turn 15 now. Oh my days, so Spud's gone a little bit wide there. Oh my days, oh my days! Oh, come on! JSP just he nearly went to the back there, but Sir Spud's going around the inside, outside there, to go on the inside. Oh, you beauty, Sir Spud, Sir Spud, oh, brilliant. But where? What is that? Is that JSP? That's JSP trying to go outside here with Sir Spud. Oh, come on. Oh, yes, what a move there from JSP. I'm going to lose my voice here. I think you can tell my voice is absolutely gone there. But Nice Deals is going to try and push that car as much as possible here. He's on the medium tyres here. He's a little bit quicker on the tyre wear than Craig here. But JSP after he started off high, to be fair. But then with the pit stops, that it could have cost him dearly here, but he would have had the fresher medium tyres here compared to what the others are doing here. But Nice Deals is right on the tail there of Craig there for third place here. But while Mr. P and Vodtech are pushing that car limit here, they'll have to pit regardless here. But will Craig hold on here? Nice Deals! Nice Deals! Oh, you beauty! Oh my days! What a move there from Nice Deals! Brilliant stuff, absolutely brilliant stuff there. But where's Brenos? Oh my God, Gasto! Yes! Oh, we had two in the beds! We had two in the beds there. Ryback moves up to 12 there. Gasto's in the points. Gasto is in the points here. All Ryback has to do is outscore. All he has to do is outscore Gasto. That's all he has to do. That's all he has to do. But at the moment here, Ryback's outside the points here. Oh, nice. Inside. Oh! I thought Ryback was going to go for it there, but he's trying everything possible here, Ryback. But oh, nice. We might have a three-car battle here. Luke Bailey's right on the tail there of Steel. Well, was on the right of the tail of Steel there, but Steel might have a chance here on Nitrogas here. Oh my days, that was a bit of a scare. Oh! Ryback! Oh, I thought Gasto was trying to make the move there on Luke Bailey here, but Steel has to let a few positions through there, but there's a bit of contact there between Nitrogas and Steel there. Oh, yes! What a move there from Gasto. Gasto moves up to 8th place here. This has been so many battles galore here. Brazil, you ain't disappointed at all here. Steele's dropped down to 13th place here. I don't know if he's had a front... Yeah, he's got a lot of front wing damage here, so he's going to let Steven through. So JSP's on the tail of Mike here, who's on 5th place here. Let's see what JSP can do here. So Ryback is in the points now. I will have a look at the comments in a moment or two, guys, but I want to try and see if this battle going on here. But Nitrogas will be proper sitting duck here. Let's see what... Oh, JSP! Oh no, a bit of contact there between Mike and JSP. But JSP already made the move. What's that in the background there? Gasto trying to make the move on Luke Bailey there. Just saw it at the background of the grid. I tell you what, this is like nerve-wracking stuff here. But like I said, for the guys who are on the softs, it may cost them. To be fair, they could go softs at the end because they did start on the wets. So either way, the tyre wear, they'll be fine after anyway. But let's see what happens here. But Luke Bailey trying closing on Gasto now for 9th place here. So much trains galore here from Craig on downwards here. Craig from 4th. Oh my days. This is just madness stuff here. From 4th to possibly 13th. From 4th to possibly 13th there. Absolutely madness stuff here, let's show. Let's see what JSP made the move here on Craig there on the first corner there. Oh, Stephen moves up to 12th. Oh, Stephen moves up to 12th there, but still watching from Gasto's point of view here. Rymack is holding on for 8th place here because Gasto needs to do something here. He needs to try and get some decent points away from Rymack here to stand any chance of winning the Drivers' Championship this season. But it's a 15-point gap with 2 races left to go. So 15 points is a win, 30 points remaining. So at the moment here, Rymack if Rymack gets ahead of Gasto, will be 16 points, the gap. And there's the only way, like I said, the only way Gasto will get it is if he won the race and get the fastest lap and Rymack. That's if it stays like this. Obviously, if it stays like this. But I doubt it. But Rymack closing on Nigel Gasto for 7th place here. Rymack's on the inside, outside. There goes outside here. Nigel Gash just could not defend. But you have to be on the on-charge here of Gasto here for 9th place here. So the 2 drivers are bowing out for the Drivers' Championship here. As things stand, I mean, JSP will get closer for 2nd place here, but Gasto, I thought he was going to try and make the move there on Nigel Gash there, but we're on lap 16 of 36 of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. This has been a mad race. If you just joined, ladies and gentlemen, where the hell have you been? We had a wet start. Then we've had the safety car, and then, like I said, no one told me anything about the weather crew or anything like that, so I was pretty much gobsmacked. Gasto. Oh, Nigel Gash is struggling. Oh, Nigel Gash went wide there, turn 12 there. A little bit of tap there. Oh no. Come on, we want a 3 in a bed. We want a 3 in a bed. We want a 3. Come on. Yeah, come on. Oh, we've got 2 in a bed. Oh, oh my days, Rymack has made a move. Oh, yeah, beauty. Brilliant stuff, absolutely brilliant there. Oh, this is absolutely brilliant stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely brilliant stuff racing here. Gasto holding on, but Luke Bailey will have a charge here for 8th place here. Big Helmet Ben says, Brennan, show us the magic. Dutch Lewis says, in next season is my season. Let's see if you can try and capitalise on it as well, Dutch Lewis. But at the moment here, we've got about a 6-car battle here for 8th place here. Brennan's is at the back of the grid, as in back of this pack here from Gasto's. So he might have a chance here to try and overtake Stephen here if he plays his cards right. Let's have a look at Brennan's now. But we'll go straight to the manic stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my days. Stephen's going to have a chance on Nitro Gas! But it looked like a move for Luke Bailey and Gasto. I tell you what, I thought Luke Bailey might the move there, but Stephen gone past Nitro Gas now. Nitro Gas is struggling with those medium tires there. Oh, Nitro Gas has gone wide there at turn 3 there. So yeah, just absolutely manic stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. Rymack could be closing on Craig there. The two Scottish drivers. Oh, it's raining! It's raining again! at turn 9. So that is a shock. But most part of the track is dry. Craig's holding on. Craig is absolutely holding on here for dear life here for 5th place here. But it's raining again. I don't think it's raining like mad as in intermediate tyres again. But this has been a mad race. Absolutely mad race. We're only over the halfway mark here. Oh, come on! Yes! Brilliant. Oh, this has been a brilliant race. This has been a brilliant race. Luke Bailey is going back into the pits now. For intermediate tyres, he's got to do something there. Oh my days, who's that? That's Mike! I thought Mike was going to go for the inside there, but absolutely manic stuff there. But Gusto could have a chance here on Mike here for 8th place here. But yeah, just see what happens here with between Gusto and Mike here. I know it looks like it's not the Gusto show on that one, but yeah, at the moment here, Rymac could. I will get confirmation of the points here, but as things stand here, Rymac is in 5th. Gusto, the second driver of the Drivers' Championship, in 8th place here. So Gusto had to get outscore Rymac as much as possible here. But it's raining cats and dogs here. It's raining cats and dogs here. But the rain is going to be absolutely fuming with some of the drivers here. I'm looking at Luke Bailey's time here. It's still not wet enough here. I'm looking at it from Luke Bailey's point of view. It's not wet enough yet. I think it might just be enough for dries, but as in like holding on for the dry tyres here. Gusto's trying to push on from Mike here from 7th place here, but he can't. He can't do it here. But yeah, Brennan's could have a chance on O'Stephen now for 10th place here. While O'Stephen Brennan's nearly went to the back of O'Stephen there for 10th place here at turn 8 there. So he's got to be absolutely careful there. So yeah, Luke Bailey's tyre wear, it's not wet enough for intermediates just yet. I don't think so. I don't think it's enough for wets for intermediate tyres, which some of the drivers are saying, because the DRS is still intact as well. I think they're monitoring what Luke Bailey's done here. Will it be enough for the for the intermediate tyres here or not? But Jeffrey gets into 12 because Nigel Gash goes to the pits, but I think he'll go and gamble for the intermediates here. Like I said, for the drivers who are at the back of the grid here, they've got no choice. They've got to gamble here. And it looks like it's going to tip him down the rain. I reckon by the next 2 laps, we might see the rain kicking in now and again. But Brennan's is right on the tail here with the Ricky Carvalho, but for 9th place here between F1 Richard and O'Stephen now. And Brennan's itself as well. So yeah, let's just see what happens here as well. But let's see what happens here with Brennan. He needs to try and come up to turn 10 now. He'll need to do something here. Some of the drivers are going to the pits now, and I don't think it's all set for intermediates. I think they just need a few more laps in for the wets to kick in. That's just my opinion anyway. But if you're watching, guys, Nigel Gash has dropped down to 15th because I think the tyre wear is struggling. JSP's got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So JSP's going to the pits now. So JSP's going to the pits. Is he going for the intermediate tyres? Because that'll be a massive, massive gamble here. Brennan's! Come on! Oh. He nearly made the move there on O'Stephen there for 9th place. That would have been an epic move there. JSP's going to the pits now for intermediate tyres here. But I don't think it's enough. I don't think it's enough for intermediates. But fair play to the drivers for gambling here. Don't get me wrong, fair play to them. Mike's closing in on Craig now for 5th place here. So let's see what happens here. Hello Hercules, how you doing mate? You alright? If you just joined, we've had a manic race here. We started off with the wets, in intermediate wets. So Spud moves up to 12, JSP dropped down to 13. And then we went back to dry, and then wet, where's Charlie? I am not sure mate, I am not 100% sure where he is. Let's see what Brennos can do here. Try and close in on Stephen now for 9th place here. Let's see what he can try and do. Gasto's going to the pits now. I think it's now intermediate tyres. I think it's now intermediate tyres. To see the time where. But like I said, some of the drivers who are on the intermediates, they haven't kicked in properly here. Oh, the Merc! The Merc! The Merc is... Brennos moves up to 8th place here. Hello Charlie, how you doing mate? You alright? Hercules says, yeah, I'm good, how are you? I am very well, I'm very well. My voice is going to be going in a moment or two. We're 2/3 of the race here. Nigel has got a 5-second penalty for speed in the pit lane here. So, to see what's happened here. But Brenno's just trying to close in on his teammate of F1 Richard. Nigel Gash is retired. Nigel Gash is retired in the pits. Luke Bailey's got a 5-second penalty for speed in the pit lane here. Oh my days! Did Brennos hit the back of F1 Richard? Or did he lose the back end there? Thank you Hercules, he says you're doing a very good job. I'm trying my hardest mate. Oh come on Stephen! Stephen going back side by side here with a 2 in a bed. We got a 2 in a bed situation here. Oh come on! But will Brennos hold on here? Brennos got the inside! He's got the inside! Oh yes! Oh he's holding on! He's holding on, but will he get ahead of Mr. P here? But Stephen's going side by side here. Oh, we have number 2 in a bed here. But Stephen makes the move done. Brilliant stuff, absolutely brilliant there. Oh, I tell you what, this has been a brilliant race here. Craig's trying to close in on Mike now. 4th place here. The tyre wear. I'm going to look at some of the times here now. It's now intermediate tyres, because Gaston's getting closer to F1 Richard now. Well, he was getting closer to F1 Richard there. But where's Mr. P's got on the softs? Eh? Has he got on the softs? To be fair though, on some parts of the track, it looks like intermediate tyres. But yeah, just see what happens here. But will Mr. P gamble here? So Craig, Vodtek is in the pits. Well, where's Vodtek? Vodtek's going to come out here ahead of Mike here. This is going to be close here. Where's Vodtek? Oh, it's just gone outside. Well, where's Craig? Will Craig try and make the move? Oh, a little bit of tap there, the back end of Vodtek's car there. But Craig. Mr. P! Mr. P! Oh my. I don't know where Luke Bailey's car's come from there, but Mr. P, oh, what a cheeky move. But Craig, oh my days, Mr. P, holding on for 3rd place here. Hercules says you are the man. Oh, thank you. I'll try my hardest. Oh no, yellow flag sectors 1 and 2. Steele is out. Steele is out of the race here at turn 3, in between turn 3 and 4. Virtual safety car. The virtual safety car is out here. So Vodtek's dropped down to 3rd place here. So that means the 2 Haas cars of Mike and Mr. P. I'm a bit worried here for Mr. P because it's still raining. The tyre wear, even though the tyres will be cold, but the softs will lose out so much grip here compared to like the hards and the mediums here. But let's see what Mike's going to the pits now. So I think he'll gamble to go on the intermediates here while the virtual safety car is intact here. That's just my opinion, my gamble. Anyway, but just waiting for the virtual safety car to finish. So still a virtual safety car. Mike and Spud are going to the pits for all their intermediate tyres here, so the penalties will be in play. DRS is enabled. So DRS is enabled now. Back up. Live and exclusive for you guys here. If you like what you see so far, guys, please make sure you like and subscribe to the Invictus Racing League channel for all the live races here as well. Craig's closed in on Vodtek here. I'm in two minds here now because it's raining. Oh, Brennans! 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 Oh, you beauty! Oh, brilliant stuff there. Brilliant stuff there from Brennans. What a move there. Oh, Craig just lost the back end of that car there of the hard tyres here. He's got to be careful here. He's got to be really careful here. He nearly lost his car there at one point there, but let's see if the tyre wear has made the difference here, because Vodtek's car, it looks like it's more dries, but Vodtek is trying slow catching up here. But look at Craig now. Craig is slow. Oh my days. Oh my days. Craig's nearly went to the back of Vodtek here, which has now brought Brennans into play here. With the tyre wear strategies, now mediums can last about 20 laps if it was dry, full on dry. But with the wets, they can probably last about another 6 to 7 laps, I think, because of the tyre wear gets so cold. As long as they can keep that pressure of the tyre wear and keep it as low as possible here. You just never know what to expect back here. But Mr. P, I think the dries are still the one here, because some of the drivers are on the intermediates have gambled here, but it's not technically full-on intermediate stuff. That's why I'm a bit confused here, because I thought the intermediates should kick in now. Well, they should have kicked in by now. But Brennans, Stephen's struggling. Look at him, he's trying to hold on to that car there, but he's going to run out. Brennans is in the pits. Brennans is in the pits, but where's Craig? Craig! Oh, brilliant, absolutely brilliant move there from Craig, but will Vodtek. So the dries are still the ones to watch here. But Brennans has gone for the intermediates now. It's gone for the intermediates now. But I don't know if Craig is trying to hold on here for the intermediates at the end of the race here, or trying to go on the softs here. But Craig, with 9 laps to go here, yellow flag set to 2 here, yellow flag set to 2. JSP's got a 5-second penalty for speed in the pit lane as well. But Ryan Mack has gone for the soft tyres now. So some of the drivers have gone for the tyre wear of maybe the softs again. This has been a mad race here. Craig's really struggling with those hard tyres now. The hard tyres should only last about another 5 laps telemetry on my prediction here. 5-second penalty for speed in pit lane for Jeffrey here. He'll be absolutely fuming. But we got a 3-car battle. Jeffrey is out of... He's left the session here. So Jeffrey is left the session here. I don't know if he can try and get back into his car here. Craig, it was two miles to get into the pits, but will Vodtek make the move? Oh, come on! Will Craig hold on? Craig's holding on for dear life here. He's struggling. You can tell he's absolutely struggling there, because Stephen and Vodtek is pushing now. Vodtek is pushing down. Look at him, he's going down. I tell you what, Vodtek has made the move. Yellow flag set us 1 and 2 at the moment here. Craig needs to think about pitting. Nice Niels just gone out of the pits here, but Brennans is slowly creeping in here with 5/10 now. So just see what happens here. We've got 2 battles going on here. We've got Stephen and Craig, and also Brennans and Nice Niels there. Yellow flag set to 1. Yellow flag set to 1. That it might be Sir Spud here. So Sir Spud is absolutely fuming at that. So he'll try and get bounced back. He's in the points here, regardless here. We've got a couple of battles going on here. Stephen trying close in on Craig now. Mr. P is going to the pits now, which I'm guessing would be for the intermediate tyres now. I think Craig will have to go. Yeah, fair, sensible stuff there from Craig. We'll go to the pitch. Disabled. DRS is now disabled now. So the rain has kicked in. Will Wojtek win his race here tonight? Wojtek. His last win was back in US of A. Back at round 5 here. But Brennans, come on! Come on, Brennans. You can do it, sunshine. Come on. But where's Craig now? Oh, Craig's just still in the pits there. It's on the days. Let's see if Brennans will push that car. Who's that ahead of Nice News? That was Mr. P. So this again. This will be a bigger risk here for O'Stephen here because he's on the hard tyres with 610s, 710s now. He's going to struggle here. But fair play to Mike and Wojtek here, and also Mr. P. Nice Deals is struggling. On the inside, but Brennans is trying to make the move on the outside here. No. Oh, I thought. No. Oh, come on. They're going to side here with 2 in the bed here. Oh, come on. We want more 2 in the beds. Oh no, Brennans has made a mistake. I don't know if there's any contact there between himself and Nice Deals, or he made a proper mistake there. But this will now bring Craig into play here, and also the drivers are all spread out now. I'm not repeating what Ben just said on the comments, so I'm not going to repeat that. Mike on the intermediate tyres now is trying to push it on O'Stephen now for second place here. So Mike, yes! Mike makes the move into second place here. O'Stephen's struggling. This will now bring Mr. P into play here to try and get the third place here, which would be a great second and third. But it just depends on if Mike can try and get closer to Wojtek as well. It's a thing we all do it, but not everyone else knows how to handle the wet. Big Helmet says, no, Brennans, what happened? I don't know if there was any contact or anything like that from turn 12 there, but I was looking at the comments there for 1 minute there. Oh my days! Brennans, Nice Deals, no Stephen. I was going to say Brennans there. Nice Deals and no Stephen there for 4th and 5th place here. Nice Deals is trying to push that car as much as possible here, but O'Stephen with 4 or 5 laps left of the race here. Craig could have a chance on trying to get. Let's see what Craig. Brennans makes the move. Yellow flag set to 2. So something must happen there. That might be JSP. But O'Stephen's struggling with that hard tyres here. E. McGold. Good evening to E. McGold. How you doing, mate? You alright? He says, I watch more real life F1 if you were commentating. Loving it. Thank you very much, mate. Absolute legend you are. Please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel for all the live races here as well. But let's see what Craig can do here. He's trying to close it on Brennans now for 5th place here. F1 Richard try and make the move on O'Stephen, who's really having a torrid time here because the wet is absolutely horrendous here. But 2 battles going on here. Brennans and Craig for 5th and 6th place here. Wojtek has done a brilliant job here. He's played his cards right here with a bang moment there. But yeah, like I said, Craig could have a chance to try and get 5th here. Big Helmet says Brennans. I think that was from the move at turn 3 as well. So let's see, we're on lap 33 or 36 of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. Absolutely manic race here. If you just joined in late, we're at the start of the wet race, and then we've had the dries in between, and then we went straight to wets again, which has caused confusion with some of the drivers here with the dries. So that's caused, but Vodtek has played his cards right. He's been like the ace of the pack here for Vodtek. But I don't think anyone will be the joke here. But JSP is DNF'd here. JSP is out of the race here. Yellow flags at 1 and 2 here. So JSP, who could not race last week, he would have had some decent points here tonight. But whatever happens here tonight, he will not extend his Drivers' Championship points here tonight. So yellow flags are set to 2 here. That is, I believe, the JSP's car off track there at turn 4. So he's off there. And Craig, this is the only battle we've got, guys. I do apologise. This is the only battle we've got here with Reynolds and Craig here. On to turn 14 now, into 15 now. Coming to the start finishing line straight now. Rymack could have a chance on Spud now for 8th place here. But as things stand, I'll have to have a look at the fastest lap as well, because I haven't mentioned about the fastest lap. Rymack's got the fastest lap of the race here. The biggest movers Mike with 15 places from 17th to 2nd place. I think he'll be my commentator's driver of the day here. But there's so many drivers who are on 10 places here. They've done a brilliant job regardless. Let's see what Craig can do here. He's trying to do everything possible here. Bear in mind though, we've got quite a few drivers who are on the penalties galore here. Rymack can have a chance on Spud here. Got 8th place here. Oh no, he's not going to gamble here. All he has to do is outscore Gasto. That's all he has to do, is outscore Gasto. And he's done it. But obviously, depending on the penalties above, might be moving positions here. So Rymack could be closing in on Spud. Craig could be closing in on Brennan's here. They've just come up to passing turn 14 now. We're on the penultimate lap now. We're on the penultimate lap of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League now. This has been a mad race. I would like to say this is like a classic race. It was nothing as mad as what happened last week. Nothing as mad as that. Brazil just gives you so many surprises and so many galores here. You just never know what to expect back. And I'll tell you what, this ain't been disappointed at all. But like I said, here we go. Can Rymack try and make the move onto the spot now? Coming to the turn 1, 2 to bed. Oh no! No! Come on! So Spud's got just got the corner there. Will Rymack try and bounce back here? Just watching him from his point of view here. Let's see if he can try to. Wishes he had the DRS there. But he's got that slipstream. Look at him, he's got that straight line speed. Oh no! Come back! Oh, what a move! What a move there from Rymack! There. Brilliant move there from Rymack there, the Highlander in 8th place here. We're on the final lap here. We're on the final lap of this race here. At the moment here, Vodtek is in 1st place. Mike is in 2nd. Mr. P is in 3rd here. So, Vodtek is coming up to the end of the 1st sector, into the 2nd one now. Coming up to passing turn 5 now. Let's see. I'm just going to see if Spud can try and push on. If not, we're going to have to go into to Vodtek on the final bit of the race here. Big Helmet Ben says, agreed, absolute classic race. Thank you, Ben. But like I said, it's absolutely, you just don't know what to expect back. But I would watch this over and over again because it's just, there's so many overtakes, so many decision makings, safety cars, changeable weather conditions here. You just don't know what to expect back. But Craig closing in on Brennan's here. But can I just say, might have to go back to them in a minute or two. But Vodtek coming up to the final few corners now. What a drive from him. He has just won the Brazilian Grand Prix. What a drive. What a drive from him. Brilliant stuff there. But where's Mike now? Mike's coming up to the turn 14 now, into 15 now. And he's done a brilliant drive here as well. So he'll be my commentator's drive of the day here because of his biggest move and also finishing in the podium here tonight. But where's Mr. P? Mr. P's got a 3-second time penalty as well. But where's Nice Niels? He'll finish in 4th place here as well. Brennan's will... Oh my days. Brennan's had quite a few penalties there. and a 5-second time penalty for unserved one. Craig will finish in 5th. Yellow flags in sector 3 there, so Craig will finish in 5th. Reynolds in 6th. F1 Richards in 7th. Rymac will finish in 8th place, but I think that's confirmed. I think that's confirmed the title, but I will get that confirmed with you in a moment or two. I will get the standings up in a moment or two. Rymac will have he'll have the 3 points here, so 83 points. Gasto will finish outside, so that means Rymac is the Drivers' Championship winner here. What a race! What an absolutely brilliant race here. So well done to Rymac for winning the Drivers' Championship. I believe that's been confirmed as well. I believe that's been confirmed. So that's been done. But well done to Wojtek, who's just won the Brazilian Grand Prix tonight. What a classic race. It's still, without doubt, one of the bestest ever races he has ever done. And well done to Mike. He did the civilian legend here, as always. Has been a brilliant job here. He always does that. He starts right at the back, and then all of a sudden he just gets a podium. I'd be worried if he started up at the front. He'll just shot off here. Well done to Mr. P here as well for finishing 3rd. The man with the plan, who finished in a podium again after he had the win last night in the Realistic Performance League. I'm just going to do the incidents so that you can get all the penalties for the stewards to have a look at as well. But we'll get that confirmed as well. But I believe Rymac is the Drivers' Championship winner of the F3 League. But yeah, just wait and see. So, Vodtech, here are your racing classification for the Brazilian Grand Prix for the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. Vodtech in 1st, Mike in 2nd, Mr. P in 3rd, Nice Niels is in 4th, Craig is in 5th, Brett Owens is in 6th, F1 Richard in 7th, Ryan Mack is in 8th, Spud is in 9th, O. Stevens in 10th, Luke Bailey 11th, Jeffrey in 12th, Gasto 13th, JSP, Steele, Nitrogas, Dutch, Louis and Titus have all had the DNFs during that race as well. So we're just going to invite Vodtech, Mike and also Mr. P for their wins here tonight. But I think it will be confirmed as Rymac to win the Drivers' Championship. But we'll get that confirmed in a moment too. I know I said it in the stream, but I want to make sure I get that spot on there. So Vodtech, if he hasn't got a mic, I will have to not. So I'm just going to invite Mike and also Mr. P and talk about the constructors' battles as well between themselves and Williams and their thoughts of it as well, coming up to the final race of the season. So we just try and get so we'll just go. Hello, Mike. It's I don't know if he's got his allowed voice to be shared, but he's absolutely laughing. He's absolutely laughing, absolutely ecstatic in the behind the scenes moment there. But I will get confirmation from Rymac's point of view. But I know I keep saying it, guys, but I think.
Come on, Haas. Come on, Haas.
Well, I'll talk about the constructors at the moment in time when I come to you guys. Don't you worry, sunshines. Don't you worry. Vodtech, who's won the Brazilian Grand Prix as well. So we're just going to try and see if Vodtech can join. If he can't, then we'll have to start off with Mike and with Mr. P. Talk about it's more about the Haas interviews now.
Voice shared.
Before we start, guys, as always, can you please make sure you allow voice to be shared? It's set to always allow. If you're not sure how to do it, go to the party settings, and there's an option called allow voice to be shared. Make sure it's set to always allow.
My headset is a bit broken, so I have to hold it with my left hand. So.
Yeah, so just wait and see. So Mike, I think
Vodtech just said he can't make it.
So that's too bad. Congrats, Vodtech, mate.
Yeah. As Mr. Peace just said on the stream, Vodtech cannot join us tonight because he hasn't got his mic with him. But hopefully he'll join us next season in the podium stuff as well. But But I'm sure Wojtek will be absolutely delighted to win at the Brazilian Grand Prix. His second win of the season here for Invictus. He played his cards right. It's like played the ace of the pack here, but he wasn't the joker after that as well. But so yeah, so the Drivers' Championship has been confirmed that Rimac has won the Drivers' Championship.
Congrats, Rimac.
So that has been confirmed.
Well, Rimac.
So that will be confirmed. Well, we'll get his more updates in a moment or two. But guys, are you all set and ready to go before we start?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. So I'll be talking to Mr. P and Mike as well for their thoughts of the race tonight. But we'll have to do it in a short conversation of the interview. So talking about the race overall, and then a cheeky question about the constructors from each driver's point of view to see what their thoughts are for coming up to the final race of the season against the Williams. Mike, how you doing, mate?
Yeah.
You alright?
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
After the first lap when I broke my wing and I had to pit, I thought, okay, that's it, race over.
right. I want to ask you that question because I always saw a glimpse about with two Racing Point drivers and yourself, Mike. So tell us in your thoughts, in your short words, what happened from turn 3 at that point.
Yeah, I don't know. They just started braking really early. I reacted, but a bit too late, I guess. So, wing gone. That's it. The silly bank moment.
Silly bang moment. Yeah. Absolutely, bang, and the wing is gone on that point in time. But yeah, so but with your overall of the race here, tell us about the rest of the race as well.
After qualifying, I crashed out in qualifying when I went out for my last attempt.
Okay.
In turn 3, actually, exit turn 3, I just lost the car and ended up in the wall. I had a hybrid setup, wet, dry setup, something like that.
Yeah.
So I was a sitting duck on the straights because I had really high front wings. Yeah,
it was a tricky race, to be fair, because you guys went from wets to dries and then back to wets there as well. So I bet for the last bit of the discussion about the race, in your view, Mike, but was it a very difficult race for you tonight?
Oh, not difficult. It was eventful and fun.
Eventful and fun. Can you imagine if you started off in the first or like in the top half? I think you would have shot off at the way you.
No.
But yeah, but like the way you started at position 17th and then all the way to second place, I think that's proper fantastic luck as always.
Yeah.
But for me as a commentator, I pick you as my commentator's driver of the day because of the positions that you were. That's my. But obviously everyone will have their opinions as well, but that's just my opinion. But cheeky question about the Haas versus Williams battle for the constructors. Do you think you got a chance of closing down on the Williams at the end of the race?
Don't know the gap, so.
The gap.
To say anything.
So let me just load up the constructors. So the Williams have got 138 points. This is before tonight's race. So 138 points for Williams, and Haas team had 94. So they had 44 points gap. So you've had 22 points. 22 points. So that's 116. 116. Rimac had 3 points. 116 to 141. That was a quick maths on that one.
You know what? I think Mr. P will agree with me. Looking at the mixed season we had, second, we are really happy with second also. So
yeah, but
we are really happy with second. So
yeah, absolutely.
I don't think we can grab first, but if it happens, it happens. But I doubt we can do it. Like we go for it and it will happen.
Fair dues. But yeah, Mike, well done for getting second place tonight. You did a brilliant job.
Yeah. Congrats to Rimac for winning the championship.
Yes, congratulations to Rimac as well for the Drivers' Championship. 2 questions left, Mike. Mexico, what are your thoughts of the track and what are your expectations for next week?
It's a penalty galore again, so I hope people will get many penalties.
I just have to wait and see, because Mexico is one of those tracks where you can get penalties galore, and you have to be absolutely careful there as well. But
yeah, I got 3 seconds yesterday in the performance race, so it really taught me a thing or two to be careful tonight. So so I managed without penalties tonight. That was good also. But the safety car really
helped.
Really made my race tonight, because like I said, broke the wing on first lap. That was over. That's it.
Yeah, absolutely. But Mike, well done for getting second place. I wish you all the very best of luck for next week at the glorious Gross Race of Mexico. You can stay if you want, or you can shoot off. It's up to you. But thank you very much for joining tonight.
Cheers, Mark.
Mr. P, how you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, good.
Another podium here. To be fair, you got a run going in Brazil. You got your win last night at the IRL Performance League, and now you got third place here. Tell us about your thoughts of the race in your own words.
It could have been another win, to be honest. I gambled. Obviously, we all started on Inters. I pitted a lap earlier than everyone else under the safety car. As soon as the safety car came out, I dived in and went on softs. And I think I was about 8th. And then everyone else pitted the next lap, and that was it. I was in the lead and just pulled out a huge gap. And then obviously it got to the point then where it started to get wet again. But it kept, the race engineer kept saying that it was for, you know, dries were better. Then he was saying about the crossover, and I gambled and went for another set of softs in hope that it was one of those days where it was just sort of drizzling and you could still go to the end on dries, but it didn't pan out. I had to pit again for Inters, but it was a second gamble. The second one didn't quite pay off, but I'm happy with the podium. But there was another win sitting there. Definitely. The pace I had on those dries was ridiculous. I was flying, absolutely flying.
With fair dues. But with the pace that you had, Mr. P, it's immense stuff here. But did you recommend any good battles that you had tonight, in your own words?
There wasn't really so much battling as such, because everything was pretty static. You know, the stint straight away on Inters at the start, gained a couple of places. I think a few people spun and stuff like that. Yeah. And then obviously I gained sort of 8 places under the safety car when I pitted for the softs, and everybody else stayed out. So, and then I just pulled away, and then it was just a case of, you know, watching Vodstech, and I was pulling away from him on the dries, and I just gambled for another set of dries, but it didn't work. So I didn't have many battles really. I sort of went from, I think I was 9th, went from 9th to like podium without battles. It was a bit odd.
Yeah.
It could have been a win. It really could have been. It could have been.
Yeah,
if I'd have done what Vodstech done and stuck with the Inters, then, or gone on to Inters instead of another set of softs, then it would have been a win. It would have been.
It would have been a win. But it's like could have, should have, would have at that point.
Exactly.
But it's better points for the Haas team as well, so that's still a brilliant job from yourself, Mr. P. And I feel like you've revived since yesterday. I think yesterday was like your turning point. I know it's like round 11 or 12, but I feel like you're pushing it now to start off now to try and do well here with the league as well. So hopefully you'll carry on next season. And that one.
Yeah, do you know what? Obviously going into next week's races, I'm confident. You know, if I can keep this momentum going, I'm confident. I know I've said that maybe next season might be my last. But you know, if things pan out well, then who knows? You know, we'll see how it goes. But the possibilities there that next season may be the last one. But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But like I said, I'll do a cheeky question, same with Mike. Do you think the Haas team will try and close down the Williams for the end of the season, or do you think it's a bit too much now, from your point of view?
We might close it down. We're not going to win it, to be honest. Like what Mike said, happy with second, considering the season we've had. You know, it's been shocking, to be honest. We've both had many DNFs, many times out of the points. And, you know, I just think if the consistency was there, then I think the constructors could have been there for us, to be honest. It could have been. But, you know, all things considering, I think second in the constructors would be good.
Yeah, it'd be a good achievement there for this season, whatever happens here. But well done for tonight for third place here, Mr. P. That was a brilliant drive from you, as always. Last two questions from you before we stop the stream. Mexico, what's your thoughts of the track and what are your expectations for next week? I
absolutely love it. So I'm going to go all guns blazing. Want to end on a high, keep the momentum going. So I will seriously be on a mission next week. Seriously on a mission. Man with a plan with a mission. Will it be Mission Impossible, or would it be... The first part of the plan worked tonight, definitely. But second bit of the plan, not so much, but okay. I got a podium out of nothing, to be honest, so yeah. I'm happy with that. You have to wait and see what happens here next week at the finale at the Mexico Grand Prix. So, Mr. P, you can stay if you want, or you can shoot off. It's up to you. But thank you very much for joining tonight. Well done for getting third place, and I wish you all the very best of luck for next week for the finale. Cheers, mate. So, thank you to Mike and to Mr. P for their podium questions here as well. Thank you to everyone that's joined the session during the stream. It is without doubt one of the classic races at the Invictus Racing League for the F3 League. We had two classic races last week where Stephen won his his first ever win at Invictus, and now tonight Vodtech winning his second win of the season with changeable conditions with Brazil, with the weather, safety cars galore, with the virtuals and the real life safety cars. You just don't know what to plan out here. But thank you very much for joining tonight. This was the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League, tonight at the glorious race of Brazil. Next week we'll have the finale, round 12 at the Mexico Grand Prix. So the Drivers' Championship has been confirmed. Rimac has won the Drivers' Championship, but the Constructors are still intact here between the Williams and the Haas team. It's going to be nerve-wracking stuff. But see you all guys next week at the glorious race of Mexico. Try a bit. Bye-bye.